Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PEW podcast. My name is Troy, and I am joined by one of the very best zebras in the country, referee Danny Marks.
I've done about that. Cheers, Troy. Thanks very much. Hello.
How are you, my man?
I'm very good, thanks. Yeah, yourself?
Good. Yeah, I'm good. Apart from a bit of back pain, I'm all right. I'm hoping that subsides by the time the next show comes up, because I'm not going to be holding the camera, but I'm sure I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, we are gathered here this evening, on a bank holiday weekend, depending on when you're watching it, to have a bit of a preview ahead of next week's show, PEW Brave New World Chapter 3, which is going to be coming from the Ettington Community Centre on Friday, the 31st of May. Tickets are still available, so if you haven't got them already, grab one, because it's a hell of a show. It is a stacked card. If you like rumbles, we've got them. If you like tag matches, we've got them. If you like women's wrestling, we've got them. If you like multi-man matches, we've got them. There is just about everything you could ask for on this card. A hell of a lot to get through. A couple of little interviews as well with some of the participants from those matches. Let's kick off with, in no particular order, Joey Scott against CJ Rawlins. Obviously, you were part of CJ Rawlins' debut match in PEW.
I was. It was definitely impressive. So yeah, impressive debut last month, obviously against Riley Nova, who is probably not just one of the top young talents in the promotion, but the country. So to get in there with him, have a fantastic match, and come away with a win is no mean feat.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, I've followed CJ's career for a good few years now. I've been fortunate to film a lot of his matches and seen a lot of them online for numerous promotions. He is fantastic, and he's one of those guys for me. And to be fair, the same with you've just mentioned him. My name's gone blank from the last show. Riley Nova. Yeah, apologies. Mine's gone blank. It's been a long week. Riley Nova, as you say, two young upcoming talents. I say upcoming, they're pretty well established on the Brit Rest scene. And certainly CJ Rawlins, have seen him abroad across Europe in several promotions. It always surprises me when you see guys like this, how they're not across more places, given just how good they are. If you've not seen it, their match from the last PEW show was absolutely fantastic. An incredible debut from CJ Rawlins. And Riley Nova, as a lot of you will know, former PEW tag team champion, former PEW internet champion, a great solo competitor in his own right, and tag team wrestler. These guys need to be everywhere because they are absolutely fantastic. But let's not forget about the other person in this match, Joey Scott. We saw him make an appearance at the last show and intervene there, much to the chagrin of a lot of the fans.
Yeah, he's a sly one. Is Joey Scott? You always kind of got to have your eye on him. He's a great wrestler. He has some sort of gift for kind of getting something out of nothing. He seems to be able to turn something into a win all the time. So he's very good. I think it's going to be a really good, really interesting matchup. This one. It's not one that I saw coming, but do you know what? Actually, when you look at the card, that could be it could be one of the highlights when we're looking back at it next Saturday.
Absolutely, it's one of those ones that you look at a card and go, that could be the sleeper match. And it's credit to both guys involved there. Really, really, really looking forward to that one.
And we don't know what Joey's relationship is now with Lance Rivera, do we? Because
yes, of course.
He's been, he did sort of align himself with Lance Rivera along with Franco Fate and Ryan Taylor. So it's it'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see whether they, whether there's anything there, there still between those. So
there's a lot of story, a lot of crossover, a lot of narrative, which is what we love in pro wrestling, in indie wrestling.
What we like, isn't it?
And
absolutely.
Yeah, if you're first time watching this, first time fan of PEW, you only have to go back through the numerous shows over the last few years to just see a lot of that narrative and story come through. And it's fantastic to see. But yeah, to your point, anything can happen with Joey Scott. As you say, he seems to be able to pull a win from absolutely nowhere. We've seen alliances with various people on the PEW roster. So it'll be an interesting one to see how that plays out, and I'm very much looking forward to that match. Um, let's move on. We've got some women's action, the quarterfinal of the Fallen
Yes.
Angel tournament. But before we get to the match that's happening on Friday, we're also seeing the return of the first ever Fallen Angel tournament winner, Rain Leverkusen, who's coming back now off quite a difficult injury, quite
It
a
was
lengthy time out of
it was
wrestling.
a big knee injury. Yeah, she's had some time out of the ring. Well, certainly out of the ring competitively. I think she's been doing a bit of announcing, doing a bit of
Yes,
managing. She's
very much so.
keeping her hand in, but she's coming back to PEW and I believe I don't know what she's it's an announcement apparently she's making. I don't know what it is, but I happened to be talking to the Prestige the other day, and he told me that whatever she's announcing is, in his exact words, sure to change the face of the women's division.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's going to
Watch this
be,
space.
yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what Rain's got to say for herself. But
Mm,
yeah,
yeah. Rain Leverkusen, but as again, before we get into the match, the quarterfinal match, Rain Leverkusen, absolutely incredible talent. One of the very best, not just women's wrestlers. Let's not kind of divide it like that. One of the best wrestlers in the country,
mm,
making waves across the scene. Certainly down in a lot of the London-based promotions. As we said, first winner of the first Fallen Angel tournament. Absolutely fantastic run in that tournament last year. Again, very privileged to be able to capture that ringside. Had some fantastic matches, and yeah, the final match against Nina Samuels, absolutely incredible.
mm,
So yeah, it will be. I'm certainly waiting with bated breath and intrigued as to what this announcement, what it is that she's got to say. But let's get into the match a little bit. I'll be honest, two talents that I'm not too familiar with, but I'm excited to see what they bring. We've
yeah.
got Violet Knight against Lily Winter in the quarterfinal matchup.
We certainly have, yeah. Debuts for both of them. Obviously, Alfie went through last month to get to take her place in the semi-finals. But yeah, for these two, they're both. I mean, they're both within the first couple of years, 2 or 3 years of their careers. So the fact that they're you're seeing them now all over the place in British wrestling. So they're coming to PEW to try and make a name for themselves, try and make a bit of a statement, and it's winning the Fallen Angel tournament is certainly a good way of doing it.
Yeah, 100% agree. I say I don't know too much about either of them. I filmed a show for Bridge Pro Wrestling last month, which featured Violet Knight in a match there, and I
Mm,
was very impressed with what I saw. But that was in tag team action, so I'm intrigued to see her in singles competition. I think it'll be fantastic. It's what I
yeah,
really like about the Four Nation tournament. It very much brings eyes to talent that not many people are familiar with.
yeah,
No discredit to anyone else. As I say, it's a stacked card. But the Fallen Angel tournament, really puts a shine on some of the established, but more importantly, up and coming female talent in British wrestling. So yeah, should be a really, really good one.
mm,
Um, let's move on to some tag team action. We've got the newly formed, newly wedded alliance, if you like, of Ryden and Fordy, which we
yeah.
saw come together at the back of the last show against two people that have both been wronged by their opponents, the Vegan Prescott and the Invisible Man.
Yeah, I can't help but feel sort of partially responsible for the whole Fordy and Prescott thing. Obviously, Fordy and Prescott were sort of forced together when Fordy came to my aid, believe it or not, to when Prescott was hounding me after a show last year. So um, I really, they came to the ring. They looked so like they were so good friends. They were so together. Fordy's mum was embracing the vegan Prescott. Was gifted with a mini porpoise, and yeah, which is no mean thing. I know what Prescott's like. He doesn't give those mini porpoises to anyone.
No, no, I know the
So
retail price of those things. It's yeah.
absolutely. So yeah. So for Fordy to then turn on Prescott was.
Mm,
I mean. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. I think by the by the silence that came upon the crowd last month, it was I think
Yeah.
everyone was in the same boat, and it's going to be it's going to be well, it's going to be a bit brutal. We've seen a video released this week from Prescott, who seems to be not messing around.
Mm,
He wants to get his hands on Fordy, teach him a lesson. But we've seen online, we've seen Fordy's mum has seemingly disowned him. He's
mm,
referring to Prescott as their adopted son. So
mm.
that's how deep it's going. This
Yeah.
is personal.
Yeah, there's a lot of animosity in this match. As you say, to your earlier point, you could hear a pin drop at the end of
Yeah.
that last match, and the shock among the fans in attendance was just, yeah, never seen anything like it. Ryden is looking like a force to be reckoned with. I've followed his career for many years now. Seen him
Yeah.
numerous times in
Mm.
FTGU and other promotions. He's put on a bulk of muscle. Like, he's a sizable guy,
He's
and
a unit now, isn't he?
yeah, and again, someone that he's wrestling a few years now, but still in the very early stages of his career. For me, like, is just, yeah, potentially a future PEW world champion. So to see this kind of alliance with Fordy and under the umbrella, if you like, of H.Hood, against Vegan Prescott and Invisible Man,
Mm.
as you say, Vegan Prescott looking like he's taking a lot more of a serious approach to this. And not to
Yeah.
say that it was kind of all fun and games before, but I don't think I've seen that air of seriousness from Vegan Prescott. I don't think ever. And yeah, Invisible Man as well, not to be discounted either. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a
Absolutely.
match. There's a lot of bad blood there.
There is. Do you know what's going to be interesting for me is I've been in the ring with Vegan Prescott and Invisible Man countless times, tens of times. I can't remember how many times, but I've been in the ring with both of those, admittedly, usually against each other, but a lot of times. But those two, they know each other like the backs of their hands.
Yeah.
They are going to. I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see how well they work together when they're teaming.
Mm.
Um, and Fordy and Ryden. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know how much Hood is in their ear. I don't know how much they're sort of doing together as a group. But I've got to say, I think they're going to be a pretty strong team as well.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree with you. I know you have to remain impartial here, but yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that one. Yeah, should be a great match. Tag team wrestling is very much alive and well in PEW, and this should be absolutely fantastic. So look forward to that one.
That's it. I'm
Um,
gonna have to I'm gonna have to have eyes in the back of my head, I think.
Absolutely, and I think you're going to have to be for this next match. So next up, we have got the scramble match for the vacant PEW Internet Championship. Joining us at this time is the I Am Phenomenal Trophy winner, H.
Wait,
Hood.
wait, 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 wait. You're jumping the gun here.
Oh, he's got the
Nice.
trophy. He's
Does that
got
does
it.
that just travel with you in the car?
I never leave without it.
All right.
You wouldn't know, Troy, because you never had a trophy like this. So how would you know when you take it and where you take it?
I won some trophies when I was younger playing football, but I yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about now, though, yeah?
Yeah. Well, congratulations. First off, I don't think we've had a chance to chat to you since your win at last month's show. Well
But yeah,
done.
thank you.
Won it in what some might say questionable fashion. Let's
Who would say questionable fashion? You?
Many online are saying questionable fashion.
The internet. Oh, the internet
I've
says
seen
it.
it.
Sorry, it must be true. The internet said it.
Wow. The internet said it. You are up in the scramble match this weekend. Next weekend rather, for the Internet Championship. But let's talk about your win at the last show and some of the people that were involved in that. We saw Fordy align himself with you, and we saw also Alano Stone as well. You want to talk a little bit about their involvement with you?
Their involvement with me basically comes down to what I said about Ryden. It's about winning. My cause is their cause, right? And I'm going to take these guys, these lost causes, to places they ain't never been, places they certainly couldn't get without me. You see, that's the thing that none of you guys understand, is that when you got it, like I have it, you got to share it and you got to make others. And that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing people to my level. I'm setting the next stage of this place. I've been at PEW since the beginning, and I'm gonna have a hand in the present and in the future of it. That's my vision. That's our cause. Yeah, I thought guys like you were smart to pick up on this. That's why I got the best future, the best talent going into the future. That's what I have. Yeah.
So
And my breakfast will rub off onto them.
So we've got Ryden, Elano Stone, Fordy. Are you growing your group, or is that you? Are you done now?
Hey, I mean that's a hell of a lineup right there. You want more? It's like saying we need a fifth Beatle. Yeah. Bottom line is, if anyone's worthy of being in there, then maybe I'll think about it. But right now, I have the soldiers I have. We have the team that we have, and you're gonna fix into see us do some big things in his next. Look at this next show. We're all over it, and look at what's gonna happen at the end of that show. By the end of that show, we could have multiple championships. We could be winning all over that show. Yeah.
This is true. I mean, to your point, within that scramble match, Alano Stone. I mean, we spoke about it on the last podcast we did. Your involvement in that I Am Phenomenal trophy match, and maybe we thought we'd see an alliance between Fordy and Prescott. Obviously, that didn't pan out. Maybe we see something happening similar in this scramble match. What are your thoughts going into? Obviously, everyone going into that wants to win, but your newly aligned stablemate, if you like, is also in that match.
What are you trying to imply? You're trying to imply like I got some kind of conspiracy going on. It's a scramble match. It's every man for themselves.
It can't hurt having having one of your guys in there, can it?
All I will say is that championship is coming our way. Whether it's me, Elano Stone, who knows? Maybe it's somebody else. You don't know who I'm talking to or who I'm not talking to.
Okay. The Rumble obviously is a big part of the next show. Will we see yourself featuring there? Have you drawn a number? Any of your stablemates in there? How do you fancy your chances, or any of your other stablemates' chances in that?
How do you fancy my chances? Yeah?
I mean,
go on. Let's hear it.
Given your track record, I mean, we've seen you win the I Am Phenomenal trophy. You're a former internet champion. You've got the chance to become a 2-time internet champion. Your record speaks for itself. You'd be a silly man to bet against you in a Rumble.
Well, you said it. You'd be silly to bet against me, but that's what everyone's been doing at this place ever since I walked into this whole thing. Ever since I walked in, all I've been doing is getting overlooked, underappreciated, other people getting my opportunities, other shots. Here's a question for you. How many world title shots have I had? Do you know?
That'd be 0, I think.
About 0. How can that possibly be? Explain that one to me. So if I've got to go into a Fugazi Rumble to win some ticket, then that's what I'll do. I'll go in there and throw every guy out, and I'll earn it the hard way, because it ain't like anyone's handing me anything anyway. You see, that's what you lot all seem to not understand about this whole situation, is that ain't nobody handing me anything. I went into a scramble match to win the internet title the first time. I had to win a scramble match to show to everyone I'm phenomenal. I've been the last guy eliminated from the Rumble when that loser, Smashing Mike, who should be renamed Smashed Mike, because that's all he ever does every time he's on these shows, he gets smashed, yeah? The last time he was in there and he won it, I was the last guy thrown out. I came this close to taking it then. You think I'm going to go back and not get it this time? Now, I've had enough. I will do everything I can to make my opportunities, because ain't no one here handing me nothing.
It's hard to argue that, as you say, to your point, the man with the most experience of scramble matches, as you say, you won your first title in PEW under the scramble match rules. You won the last one you're in. You've come, just off winning a Rumble. Arguably, you are the favourite in that. But is there anyone else in that match that you're keeping your eye on, that you're wary of? Anyone that think could cause you an issue?
I'm sure everybody in it is a very talented wrestler. But I don't see names, I just see numbers. Yeah? And in this scramble match, I'm up against 4 of the guys. All of them need to be beat. Yeah? Every single one of them. I don't discriminate. I don't make special cases. I just beat anybody in there. Yeah? I ain't going to sit here and say, oh, Adam Bolt, he's so talented. Wow, I can't wait. I don't care. He is talented, but I don't care about Adam Bolt. I don't care about Oscar Prospero. I don't care about any of them. I said this the last time I was on this. I don't see names. I just see numbers. I just see opposition, and I take them out. Headshot, done in the ground. I said this last time. Yeah. I'm here to win. I don't care who's in it. They're in my way. Obstacles. I want the world championship. I'm going to take everything I can on the way to it. That is why I'm here. Yes, I'm in a scramble for the internet title. That means everything to me as well. But nothing means more to me than getting my shot at the Rumble, at finally getting my match for the world title. Yeah. I don't care who's in it. I don't care. Brady, Smashed Mike, any of them. Throw them all in there. I'll take them all on every day, twice on Sunday. They're lucky it's a Friday.
Well, to that point, if you haven't already got your tickets, they are still available this coming Friday, 31st of May. PEW Brave New World from the Ettington Community Centre.
I got a question for you, actually. I got a question for you. Who's running this show? Because let me tell you, how are you going to ask me a couple of hours before you shoot that I need to be on this? Yeah? Well, who's running this? You running this? Or is this Lawrence management? The same management that keeps next with me every show. Who is it?
I think it's down to the prestige. If I'm honest, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus here, but I'm just a mediator, a media man, if you like.
Well, if anyone had a massively hilarious contradictory name, it's Prestige. Yeah, it's like when you call a tall man tiny. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
All right. Well,
what you got? No more questions? Are we done?
I mean, for someone who's after a world title shot, I don't think having a pop at the gaffer is probably the best way about it, is it, Hood?
Don't stutter at me, referee Dan. Let me tell you this much, right? Being a team player didn't get me one either. Yeah, to have that. Are we finished or are we done? Are y'all finished or are y'all done, as they say?
If you've got nothing further you want to add to this, then all we can do, I guess, is wish you good luck in your scramble match. Congratulations once again on your trophy win. Good luck in the Rumble match, and I guess enjoy your bank holiday weekend.
I will. Get your tickets. Yeah, come and see something special, because every time I'm on the card, it damn sure is.
All right, Hood, thank you for your time. All the best. Tag team action. We've got Martin Kirby and Smashing Mike against, Martin Kirby and Smashing Mike, the new PEW World Tag Team Champions, against the former PEW World Tag Team Champions, the Entitled. As we saw at the last show, Smashing Mike cashed in his golden ticket, to the surprise of a lot of people, on the tag team titles. And we saw the return of Martin Kirby, which I don't think anyone expected, let alone the Entitled, and caused what a lot of people have said as an upset. I thought the Entitled were going to hold that for forever and a day, but turns out not so much.
Well, it seemed that way, didn't it? It certainly seemed that way. And I think when Martin Kirby's music started playing, I think everyone was kind of in shock again. It was another one of those moments where no one could quite believe what they were hearing and seeing. But obviously, last month, Brady won his match against Smashing Mike by the slimmest of margins to get that opportunity to pick the stipulation for this one, and he's picked it. He's made it a 3-on-2. So it's Kirby and Smashing Mike against all three members of the Entitled: Brady, Riley Nova, and Ivy. So and it's for the titles. So they've got three of them trying to win those titles. So the numbers game is very much in the Entitled's corner.
Yeah. It's that's going to be an interesting one to see how it plays out. Obviously, for me, the wild card in there is Ivy, unpredictable. We saw her recently crowned a second time PEW Women's Champion by beating Lizzie Evo in a street fight, no DQ street fight stipulation. I mean, the Entitled, Riley Nova and Brady Phillips as a tag team are dangerous. Adding Ivy into the mix is, I'll be honest, I don't see Kirby and Mike holding those titles for too long when the odds are stacked against them like that. Even on their best day, the Entitled are difficult to beat. But as I say, Ivy in there is,
You're right. I mean, but then again, Martin Kirby and Smashing Mike are no slouches. Team Rice Krispie, they know each other well. Like I was saying with earlier with Prescott and Invisible Man, they've been in the ring together a lot. They know each other, know how each other work. Smashing Mike and is a great talent. Martin Kirby is probably, he's one of the busiest wrestlers in the country.
He's never not wrestling.
Exactly. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably wrestling now. I think
Yeah.
he's probably wrestling as we speak. So yeah, he's one of the busiest guys in the country. He's got plenty of reps in. They all know what they're doing. This
Mm.
is going to be a it's going to be an interesting one from a strategy point of view for Team Rice Krispie. But yeah, we'll have to see what the Entitled have got in store. I certainly won't be able to eject Ivy like I've had to do a few times this time because she's part of the match.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be absolutely fantastic. Really, really looking forward to that. We'll move on to the Golden Ticket Rumble. As I said at the top of the show, everyone loves a Rumble. I love a Rumble. I know you love a Rumble because you appeared in one last year.
I did, yes. I have an elimination, or two eliminations if you include
Two.
me.
Two.
Well, if that's if you include me eliminating myself and jumping over the rope. But
one and a
yeah,
half. One and a half.
yeah, we'll call it one and a half. Yeah, I mean, a Rumble. I love a Rumble. Everyone loves a Rumble, don't they? Anything can happen in a Rumble. It really is. Really is one of those things where you've got people coming together who've got bad blood. It's the start of new rivalries. It's yeah, a Rumble's. It's a great time whenever there's a Rumble. It's always good fun. And
Yeah.
I mean, the winner gets a shot at the title of their choosing as well. And the last two winners. Sorry if I'm jumping in and stealing all the lines.
Not at
The
all.
last two winners have, I think, at least the last two. I'm not sure about before that. Have turned them into gold. Obviously, Mike won the tag titles as you said, and Lance, who's got the world title at the moment, he won that off a Golden Ticket Rumble as well. So it's not it's not something to be sniffed at as a win in this Golden Ticket Rumble. There's plenty on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be chaotic. Wrestling matches are difficult to film at the best of times. Tag matches are very difficult to film. Scramble matches are very difficult to film. Rumbles are nigh on impossible. At the moment,
you work out this week.
At the moment, it's just me filming the next show. So yeah, I'm going to have like yourself, eyes in the back of your head. I might have to mount a few cameras up onto the roof. I might have to ask some members of the crowd to grab a camera. I don't know. But it's going to be fantastic. One thing I really like about Rumbles, and certainly the PEW Rumbles, is, and I was saying it earlier about the women's match, the Fallen Angel quarterfinal match, puts a spotlight on a lot of talent that you may not be familiar with, and certainly a lot of local talent as well. We saw talent come in from several local promotions at the last Rumble, some young, some well-established. Hopefully we see the same again. I don't know.
Are you joining, Troy? You having a go? Are you jumping in?
I mean, if my back is in the state it's in, probably not. But yeah, we'll never say never. I mean, I'd have never put you down for a spot in the Rumble. So stranger things have happened, eh?
Cards close to the chest.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, but I am very much looking forward to the Rumble. I mean, as we said, it's a stacked card. Any number of those people in matches could be in the Rumble. You see it everywhere. A promotion will have a Rumble, and it isn't just people that haven't been in a match that night. There could be people pulling double, triple duty. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, I know. You, as I said earlier, you're impartial. I would not put money on, but I would like to see a CJ Rawlins in that Rumble. And if he does appear, I would put money on him winning. I think he's absolutely fantastic. But I'm excited for anyone that comes into it, really. But yeah, if I had to pick someone, certainly off anyone on the card for the evening, CJ would get my pick. But regardless, it is going to be fantastic.
Right, so we're on to the main event of the evening. I think it was. Well, I assume it will be anyway. It's the PEW World Title match. It is going to be Lance Rivera facing the challenger Jason Joshua, and we are lucky enough today to have Jason Joshua with us. So yeah, hi Jason, how's it going? You good? You all feel ready for next weekend?
Hello. Yes, I am very good and totally not hungover for an interview with a company that I work for.
No, I'm sure you'll be. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure we can't. Nobody will tell you. You're all good. Apologies if you can some of my cats just over here. By the way,
I'm drinking an adult beverage as we do this. It's fine. It's fine. Also, make it.
He's been drinking an adult beverage throughout. So you're in this position, this show for as the number one contender after winning your tag match last month with
Yeah,
Chocolate Thunder against Joey Scott and Steve Valentino. So that was a good return to winning ways after unfortunately losing your internet title the other month. You're no stranger to this title, are you? In terms of certainly in terms of title shots, you've had a go at it before.
I've had a go at it before. Uh, I want to say twice, but I think I've only challenged for it once.
I know it was Martin Kirby.
Challenged Kirby. I think I'll get it confused because I wrestled Kirby twice, but he wasn't the
Ah,
first time. So I've only
okay,
challenged the belt once.
right.
I
Yeah,
weren't far off taking it.
you weren't not from what I can remember. Although I did get kicked in the face, I think. But yeah, from what I can remember of the event, I think you were not far off.
Yeah, and I've
So
grown then.
absolutely. You've been very successful in PWW. You've obviously you were internet title. You had the internet title for a good while,
Yeah,
and that was quite a dominant reign you had there as well. What's gonna be different this time with against Lance? Do you think? Because obviously you have faced Lance before, haven't you?
I have. Last time I wrestled Lance, it was a Halloween show.
It
So
was.
it's
It was
been
my first show with PEW.
it's been a good amount of time. Because he's been champ for a year.
Yeah,
He wasn't the champion when we wrestled. I hadn't won the internet belt. So we were both completely different people.
yeah. So do you think that's that kind of? Do you think you've been able to kind of watch what he's been doing while he's been champion? Is that giving you a bit of a allowed you to strategize a little bit? Do you think you're going to be in a good position this time?
Yeah, I think I know Lance well. I think
Yeah.
I'm ready for him. And I've had over 120 matches since.
Wow.
So me and Lance had a mad Halloween street fight. I had pumpkins and oh God knows what else. There's some weird stuff.
Tables. Yeah.
Tables, sweets,
Yeah.
duct tape. We bobbed for some apples, but this time it's a straight up one-on-one.
Yeah.
Last time he had Ryan Taylor able to just do whatever he wanted. This time he can't do that. And I've been learning a lot. I was internet champion for over 200 days. I could argue that I should still be, but let's just move on with it. Going on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tender. Do you know what? I started off in Pew in a fatal four-way for the internet title. I was the first man eliminated. Right? I've worked from opening the card to the middle of the card to the crazy street fights. I think I've had more no DQs in Pew than anyone else.
Yeah.
I've always
one of my favourite matches in PEW was your trick or street fight against Joey Scott last year, which was just easily one of the best matches in PEW. It was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. But the point of it is I've done all these things. I've grown. I've done everything that I've needed to. I haven't backed down from anything. I've done the street fights. I powerbombed Joey Scott off the top rope. We went through a table and thumbtacks. When I wrestled Lance, we went bobbing for apples and I rolled a pumpkin between his legs. I've changed over time. And I've wanted this belt for too long to let him get away with it. And I can't wait. I'm winning the Pew title.
And you brought the fans along with you as well, haven't you? Because obviously you've been voted. Is it twice you've been voted the superstar of the year? You've been
Just the once.
just the once, is it?
Yeah,
Well, either
Hey,
way,
that's more times than me or Danny.
same. Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Lance are 1-1. I think Lance has it fair. I think I can't go, oh, this is an unfair vote. The man has held the belt. He's held the company. He deserves to be acknowledged, and the fans are aware of it. Lance is aware of it. A lot of his opponents are aware of it. It's why him and Chucky shook hands after their match.
Mm.
I don't think Lance is as bad as he likes to make out he is. I think deep down, I do think he wants the best for PEW. And he's been the best for PEW.
He certainly
Just got
has.
a funny way of showing it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it's my time to be best for PEW.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure the PEW faithful will be well and truly alongside you on next Friday.
I have
when
never known
that's,
such a supportive group of people on shows.
Yeah, 100%. Some of the best fans in the country, without a doubt.
Some of the loudest, some of the best. They support everyone, but I know I've got them in my corner.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's been great to talk to you today, Jason. It's really good to have you on. Really, thank you very much for your time tonight, and yeah, good luck. Good luck next week. Obviously, as an impartial person, I'll be there as kind of making sure that everything goes to plan. But yeah, good luck next week, and yeah, good luck for the future.
And those of you who have a ticket are in store for an absolutely fantastic show. And for those of you that haven't, what are you playing at? Get yourself a ticket. They are still available. Next Friday, 31st, Ettington Community Centre. Grab one. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Doors at 6:30. It's a special Friday night show at the community centre. So yeah, it should be a great one. If you've not got your tickets already, tickettailor.com. Search for Phenomenal Elite Wrestling. I'm sure there'll be some there for you to snap up.
Lovely stuff. Right. Well, I think that just about does us. Thank you for joining us. I've been Troy. It's been referee Danny Marks. As I say, one of the best zebras in the country. I am always happy when I am on a show with you. I know that I'm in safe hands. Everyone knows they're in safe hands. And I look forward to being in safe hands next week. Yeah, we'll see you then. Look after yourselves.
I'm going to go red, Troy. I'm going to go red.
Look after yourselves. Enjoy your wrestling. Stay safe. And we will see you soon. Bye.
See you next week.